Hey guys, welcome back to ArtosisCasts, and no worries, we're back to some Flash games here. It is Flash in the bottom left of Apocalypse, and his opponent is going to be ZeLoT, who is currently the most aggressive ASL level Zerg, and he'll be playing in the bottom right. So the thing that made me interested in watching this game is Flash has been doing like command center first, mass Goliath on Apocalypse. So the reasons before that, I've gone over that before, but it's got a very good wall on Apocalypse. You have 10 mineral patches, and the secondary gas can't be seen by an Overlord. It's kind of like in a tucked away position from where Overlords can stand safely. So it kind of like hides what you're doing and gives you that little bit of extra mineral boost. So we've seen him do that a lot, but against ZeLoT, that might not be the best play. I think that against ZeLoT, you probably want to go bio because he's so aggressive. And it's like, yeah, if the mech build holds off the aggression like perfectly, then you're going to be in for an easy victory. Just like factory openers in general, if you hold off aggression, you do very, very well. But it's a lot harder, right? If you open bio, like a very standard bio play, you will end up, if you're good enough, obviously, just kind of stopping all the aggression, right? It's a little bit less exacting than like a factory opener. Now, all that being said, Flash is going for command center first. I tell you what, this is kind of funny, and I casted a lot of TVZs before Flash's return, or maybe, I don't know exactly how many I casted actually, but I watched a lot, right? I was kind of in a period of improving my own TVZ. And like, I actually kept tracking. It was something like 17 pro level Terran vs. Zergs in a row. They did a wall. Okay? Now, obviously, this is command center first, but if you're seeing at the pro level, and I think I mentioned this on a cast before, if you're seeing that many walls in a row, you have to actually react. You have to actually do some forepulls to bring the numbers back in line. This is like an important part of metagame development because, for instance, a wall in dies it's like 99% of the time to a forepull. Okay, if you do a wall, it's like, I've seen holds, but it was mostly the Zerg really misplaying and the Terran playing perfectly. But like, it just doesn't really happen. Okay, so I want to mention that, and then also because it made me think of that when I see Flash going command center first here again, because every single game here against Zerg, he's going command center first. So it's like, well, if you just like 9 pool or 4 pool, you're going to catch him. And like, you got to even bring Flash back in line, right? Like, if someone's doing it all the time, then just blind counter it and make them have it as a mixed build. Like, these percentages are actually really, really important, right? Like, if every Zerg does hatch first every single game, you need to go barracks supply in the center to just force them to sometimes go pool first. Anyways, enough about that. We have the factory on the way as expected. ZeLoT going for his quick layer here. He does have a few lings out. And we have a couple Marines here just to help that SCV get back safely. And we'll see if if he goes up very quickly to the 3 factories that we've been seeing with the Goliath play. Okay, so he gets the SCV in, and he sees that this is a Hydralisk Den. So he knows that this is a 2-base Lurker cheese. This is actually going to be very, very interesting to see how he wants to combat this, right? So if I'm playing this game, I probably go add-on starport and make bunkers. That would be my guess on I don't play this type of build, like ever, but I feel like that's the way to do it. Okay, he grabs Academy for additional detection. Yeah, that is true. You do need some detection. And probably the... this actually makes a lot of sense. Okay, he's going to stay on... Yeah. That makes more sense. See, when I play against this type of play, I go for factory starport and eventually get a vessel out, but I always have Comstat already because I'm a bio player, right? So this actually makes perfect sense here. So he's going to get Comstats, and he's going to utilize those for the scans. on the lurkers, and he's just going to go for like 2 factory mech here and fill up some bunkers. That sounds like a very, very good choice. Now, one thing to mention is that lurkers outrange marines in a bunker before they have a range upgrade. And he probably won't get the range upgrade. He's going for siege mode. He's going for siege tanks. But I feel like if he runs up with 5 and burrows here, he's going to pop the bunker. And if he pops the bunker, the depots are going to die. And if he just rallies Speedling Lurker in, I don't think Flash holds that. I think that ZeLoT has a really good chance of busting him here. Now, obviously, if this does not work, if he does not get massive damage, he's going to be dead. Like, you're not going to be able to come back against a Flash with 32 SCVs and, you know, all this amazing tech. So he runs up and burrows. Okay, he's going to go ahead and erase this bunker really, really quickly. There's no sense in scanning there. By the way, we heard a scan. ZeLoT held it back for a moment, and I think Flash was looking at that and saying, it could be a switch into mutas. We have to check. So he checks that. That's not what's going on. It looks like he wants to try to maybe get this barracks lifted. Okay, he gets the barracks lifted. This defense is really good. Like, it's hard to get your lurkers up here and burrow in the correct spots. He's got the detection. You have to go so close to try to hit the tanks. Like, lurkers burrowed here will hit this tank. But if they aren't burrowed there, they're not going to hit this tank. And then you have, like, what do you attack? This. Like, whatever you attack, you're in some trouble. Dude, I think Flash has already held this. That's crazy. Is this game just over? Well, ZeLoT is going completely all in, man. This is what happens when a ladder Zerg gets to ASL level. He's like, no, we are still pushing this completely. Third base on the way. He's got barely any drones. 18 workers to 37. If Flash literally just doesn't move, how do you ever stop this? Okay, is Flash pulling back? Look, he's pulling back. He knows. He knows. All right, here we go. ZeLoT runs up and does a massive lurker burrow. Okay, he kills off the turret. He's getting closer now. He's getting closer. The Zergling's coming in, trying to get on top of everything. He's got to move these back lurkers forward. Oh my god, is he actually going to break him? Oh my god, I actually thought that Flash was going to end up holding this. But now suddenly Flash has to run his SCV's way. Now that being said, he has 5 factories. Like, you can pump pure Goliath probably and clear these lurkers. Like, and he's getting like some siege tanks obviously here. He's hoping that this comm stat does get one more scan off. It looks like it will. Maybe if he had focused this immediately, that scan wouldn't have come, and this would have been a better bust. But Flash maintains most of his SCVs, and he has a lot of Goliaths on the way. He should probably throw a turret down right away just for that extra detection. But things are looking very good for Flash. That was ZeLoT did a lot better than I thought he would there. I actually was like, no, 4 tanks in siege mode and a bunker and all these buildings in your way. Not going to happen. But ZeLoT, like, actually does break in and got him down to basically no units at that point. +1 armor almost done here. +1 armor percentage-wise is super good for early mech builds, by the way, against Zerg. That sounds really counterintuitive because the attack upgrades just give more, like +5 to a siege tank. But even with the +1, you're still 3-shotting lurkers. So, yeah. The +1 armor takes like 25% of Zergling damage off the Goliaths. Well, I guess not that much because they already have +1. So they're already at 4, so then they go down to 3 damage against Goliaths. Goliaths actually shred Zerglings when they have +1. It's kind of crazy. All right, so the hold position lurker. This is probably the best play he could have come up with. Oh, God. Yeah, there you go. Beautiful. Gets really good spines here, but that's not a Bioforce, so doesn't quite do... If that was a Bioforce, he would have cleared just about everything. Here, he does end up killing those lurkers. Not a lot left here for ZeLoT. Lots of Goliaths coming out still. This 34 SCV count looking strong. He's got 1, 2 scans right now. I mean, you can just hold position again. Like, he could hold his Hydras here and actually hold position elsewhere, like here or something, and then scan, like, he might scan in the wrong location as well. I think right now, Flash, he's just repairing. He's saving up, banking some more scans. He wants to make sure he has enough to get a good position. So now he's up to 3 scans, and he'll be up to 4 relatively soon. So a little scan does go down there. Those Lurkers get burrowed. And actually, the Hydra Lurker is going to bust through this army. It kills off the siege tank. He is going to have to pull back, though. More Goliaths rallying up right now. And he does have that additional scan that he needed. So going to be able to clear that Lurker as well. And ZeLoT's just going to GG. You know what? I thought that that was a decent idea. Good try from ZeLoT. But you can see that Flash, like, this guy has so much experience. He knows how to hold everything. So once again, the command center first into Mech build ends up holding. GG, guys. Thanks for watching.